Hope you're doing swell in that domestic well. I dwell in the CL. Egg Boy Hero. Who's that? Egg Boy Hero. I want to tell the story of Egg Boy Hero. Egg Boy Hero was this dude that used to be on my YouTube live streams, and he used to also be with me on Twitch. So he used to always, view me on Twitch. On the day of the second leg between Liverpool and Barcelona, in the hours leading up, I was playing Red Dead Redemption 2. And Egg Boy Hero was on my stream, and we were going back and forth. And Egg Boy Hero was like, there's no chance. Barcelona have won 3-0, Liverpool have no chance. And I was like, yeah, look, Barcelona showed to go through. But I said, look, man, who knows? Who knows? You never know. But yeah, they will go through, but who knows? But he was like, no, look, what are you talking about? Who knows? They're going to go through. There's no chance. Because he's like, Barcelona would at least score 1 goal. They would at least score 1 goal. That means Liverpool would have to score 5. But I was like, yeah, look, of course, Barca are not going to lose 4-0. But I said, you never know. The match comes, 4-0 to Liverpool. To this day, so this happened, was it May 20? This happened under May? Or this happened like April 2019? Since April 2019, and now we're now February 2020, I've not heard from Egg Boy Hero. I've not heard from Egg Boy Hero either on YouTube or Twitch. His name isn't BD Core. His name is Hardcore Bass. He's called Basscore. He first became a Milan fan, then he became a Dortmund fan because of what happened on that fateful night. Many people will say that was the night that ended Barcelona's relevancy with regards to the CL. That Roma gave them a punch in the guts. Liverpool said, better up! And gave them a home run to the face, putting them right down on the canvas. But we're here to form an argument. That's what we're here for. We're here to form an argument. So before we always talk about Kike's 10, let's just look at some players. We have to look at Griezmann. Yeah. We're gonna look at Griezmann. Bro, why were you brought here? You were not brought here to be a side chick. I know you're a side chick. I know that's what you're about. You're gonna have to be a main chick. You're gonna have to be a wife. You're gonna have to force yourself into the mansion. Griezmann has to show up. He has to produce. If he doesn't, I don't know how Barcelona win this, because there's only so much the Oga can do. The Oga can do a lot. There's only so much the Oga can do. So the Oga needs some help. And Griezmann needs to give the Oga some help. He has to give him some help. So for Griezmann, I don't know what you're going to have to do. I don't know we have to train. You're going to have to take your game to a higher level. You're going to have to. Because obviously what you're doing simply isn't working. This is the big leagues now. This ain't the Europa League. This is the high of the highest in terms of club football. So you're going to have to grow huge testicles. I mean, I'm talking like testicles that literally touch the ground. That you literally have to drag, as you walk, your testicles pretty much drag onto the ground. Those are how big your testicles have to be big, because you have to be big right now. I don't think you're that dude. I think you're small potatoes. I think you're a side chick. Okay, that's what I think. I think you're a one-night stand. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong and say, you know what? I'm going to come out big. I know what it is. I accept the criticism. I'm going to come out big and I'm going to say what's up to all of you. PK. I think the dude is finished. I think he's done for. But PK, you've got some explaining to do, and because you were one of those guys that I have to criticize on that fateful night at Anfield, during the shakedown at Anfield, I'll call it the Anfield. I'm going to call it the Anfield Exodus. That's the new name because you had an exodus of fans. During the Anfield Exodus, you were one of the main culprits there. One of the main culprits because you're one of the most experienced defenders. So for PK, if PK doesn't come in and show his experience, Barca are going to get lacked. They're going to get lacked. Okay? Because again, you have to know how to defend. Barcelona are not a defensive team, they're an attacking team. So when they're an attacking team, you have to know how to defend. And PK has to iron out all of the mistakes he makes. I never rated you, bro. I never rated you. You're a very good footballer. I don't rate you that much as a defender. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong and say, you know what? I'll remind you and say, I wasn't there and I wasn't made great because of Puyol or Ramos. I am good within myself. Oh, you're good within yourself? Prove it to me now. Ansu Fati. Yeah. This dude. I'm very excited by this dude. I am always very excited by whenever a young person comes up. Always excited. It's just something that really excites me. And there's something about this kid. And for Ansu Fati, you're going to have to accept that you may need to ride. And you know what the beauty is with Ansu Fati? You don't have the pressure that Piqué has. You don't have the pressure that Griezmann has. You have no pressure. So even more so, you can go out there and just enjoy yourself. You're flipping 17. You're a testy baby. You were born from a flipping test tube. You're a chemical experiment. Okay, you're a chemical experiment. So look, man, your eye. Okay, flipping your eye. You're an, what's it called? What's that thing in biology called? What's it? An algae? What's it called? Tadpole? Well, I mean, just give me some names of some babies. You know, like what's it called? Prenatal engineering. That's what you are. But you can be fearless. You don't have that pressure. And my God, I gotta tell you right now, one of the most dangerous things to face on a football pitch is a young, fearless, talented football player. That is one of the most dangerous things to play because they can do anything. They can do anything because, pressure holds you back. When you have a responsibility, when you're experienced, you overthink things. But when you don't have to second and guess, you're not playing with any weight on your shoulder. That is a huge thing to have. So I think for Ansu Fati, I think can be a special weapon that Kike Setien can use. Ter Stegen, the best goalkeeper in the world, hands down, number one. And many people have said the best player for Barcelona, and the most important player for Barcelona. Stegen will have to come out and produce some amazing saves. So it's going to happen. You have Piqué in the defense, and for Stegen, he needs to realize that because the guy, we already know how good the guys are with his feet, superb with his feet, so superb. But he knows that look, man, I keep saying this to people, and I will repeat this: goalkeepers win games. Goalkeepers can win games in the same way that attackers win games for teams. So Stegen can produce some, because Stegen has made some saves that make no sense. He's produced some saves where that's inhuman, that's not humanly possible. That's alien type-ish. So if he can produce those things to keep Barca in the game, I think it will be huge. And 100% for Barca to go through, I think Stegen will have to come forth with some amazing, superb saves. But during the Anfield Exodus, you were standing around doing that in that corner. Beware. Be very wary. The Oga himself. The Oga of the compound. Yes, sir. Carol, sir. Bounty. That's how you greet him. That's the Oga himself, man. Look, we know what the Oga can do. And I'll be real with you. The Oga almost took this team by himself to a Champions League win. And let me keep it real, because I thought it was impossible. It was impossible. But for argument's sake, if the Oga had taken Barcelona all the way by himself to a Champions League victory, you know what? I'd be forced to rethink the whole World Cup thing. Not entirely, but I'll just have to give it some thought, because that would have been the greatest individual achievements ever seen in football. 100%. If the Oga had taken those perennial losers to a Champions League win all by himself, would have been one of the greatest individual achievements ever seen. But I think the Oga knows from last season that there's only so much I can do by myself. I can do a lot by myself, a lot more than any player we've ever seen in history. Because again, people can talk about this and that and everything on this whole rivalry crap. When time is done, I think people will begin to appreciate what this guy does on an individual. Only those people who play football. Again, I'm not trying to be insulting to people who don't play football, who just watch it. But anybody who's played football will actually appreciate and know just how much this guy does as an individual. Because if you play football and know how difficult football is and how difficult it is to stand out as an individual when everyone is on the same quality level, then you begin to appreciate just the craziness of what this Oga has been doing for over a flipping decade. But look, man, the Oga is like, look, man, I need help. I need help. But we know what he can do. We know he can do. But what I will say for the Oga is, during those second legs, you're going to have to now raise your game. And I think he has to, because I think one time is something, two time I. After those two times, the Oga has to be like, you know what? Whatever we did in that first leg, second leg, I'm coming up. Especially if it's second leg away from the crib, give me the ball, we're scoring. Give me the ball. I'm not, don't even pass the ball. Maybe pass on to don't even pass the ball. Give me the ball, I'm scoring. And we're scoring early. Because I'm not resting on any laurels because we got like twice. So we'll have to see. So Kike said to him, look, man, you were not brought in to win La Liga. You were not brought in to win the Copa del Rey. My dear friend, you were brought in to win the CL. That's why you're here. And you will be judged upon it. Because let's be fair, I'm not going to give you credit for winning Copa del Rey and La Liga and leave Uncle Ernie out. Because Uncle Ernie was vilified, abused, and stoned because he didn't win the CL. He won, although he didn't win the CL. Cool. You have to win the CL and you have to figure it out. And how this happens, you've got to get the best out of Griezmann. You have to. You have to get this team working a lot harder, meaner. And there's got to be a tenacity and a belief within this team. You know, there has to be a belief in this team to stop what happened in Rome and stop what happened at the Anfield Exodus. So, if you can do that, then there's hope because you have the best player in the world in your team. And having the best player in the world in your team that's always an ace in the hole. It ain't everything. And see, having the best player in the world isn't a case of, okay, we're the best player in the world, all right, let's chill. Because I watch Barcelona, it's like, no, we have the best player in the world. He can do everything. He can do a lot. He can do like 85%. Maybe he can do 87%. He can do 100%. He just can't. He can't do 95%. Everybody else has to fill in that other 12%. And that is where Satan has to come in, where puts Oga in the right position, but make sure that the pieces surrounding Oga are doing their bit. Now, if that happens, they can win it. Because we know the kind of magic that Oga can produce. But if you get the best out of a Griezmann, get the best out of an Ansu Fati, and it's some way the can say what's up, then things can change, man. But you know, for Barcelona, man, look, man, you'll be judged on the CL. Can you win it? That's down to you. Become a Football Hut member and gain access to cool emojis on the live streams and get access to new YouTube content by clicking the join button here. And to view that new content, head over to the YouTube channel homepage and click on the community tab over here.